Hi everybody, this is Lee, and I'm commenting on the case of the DNC lawsuit, which is ongoing. I first covered it in August. I look back at my timeline. It looks like my first video on the DNC lawsuit was August 15th, 2016. And that I knew about the lawsuit right after it been filed, but I wanted to wait to make sure that it wasn't frivolous and that it actually had legs. And by August, I decided it's going somewhere. However, right about then was the death of Shawn Lucas, and so between that and Seth Rich, I knew that something very sinister was happening, that it went beyond what occurred in the Democratic primary, which we know was fraud, electoral fraud, and that there was a case made through statistical analysis by election experts who analyzed state by state discrepancies in the exit polling, that Bernie Sanders actually won the Democratic primary, and that he was the true winner, and therefore Hillary Clinton was not the legitimate nominee to even go head to head against Donald Trump. And so that was also news. But then we learned of an accumulation of deaths associated with this case, and the fact that Seth Rich is rumored to be the source of the leaks provided to Julian Assange of WikiLeaks, and that Shawn Lucas might have been a federal witness for the lawyers who were representing the plaintiffs in the DNC lawsuit. So strange things. And then a more recent death of an attorney in Florida in the district of Debbie Wasserman Schultz herself, who had been named in the DNC leaks with enough credibility, apparently, that she actually stepped down from the DNC, and that she did manage to hang on to her congressional seat down in Florida with the assistance of the heavy hitters of the Democratic Party. And so, strange things. There had been lots of events during the previous summer concerning the DNC fraud lawsuit, all the way through October, that there was paperwork going back and forth. There were motions and things like that, and answers. And then a long gap of silence following October. And then also the case seemed to go dark. And I speculated that it might have been because of the upcoming election in November, and that there was an effort to suppress and then protect the integrity of not only the Democratic Party and the DNC, but also the nominee, the apparent nominee of Hillary Clinton. And recently things have revved up again, and more people are paying attention. There's more coverage. There's actually mainstream coverage, probably not wide enough, but more people are talking about the case, making investigations, trying to track down information, trying to solve the mystery surrounding this. I have not really participated much in providing updates on the DNC fraud lawsuit. I've been preferring to actually allow these specialists who have been focusing very heavily on the DNC fraud lawsuit to make referrals to them. And so that's what I'll do with this video. I'll link to different sites that are following the case very closely. If you're interested in seeing where it's headed, or you want to help with the investigation or assist with the speculation and drawing conclusions of where this path might lead, there are people who are making strides, I guess. And so I'm going to make those referrals in the description below. and we'll see where this ends up. I do feel that the case is very crucial, and that there is a need to find the truth. That it's very important for all of our sakes that we find the truth between who was the source of the information that revealed that the Democratic Party had rigged the primary to favor Hillary Clinton. We need to know. The reason why is that there's been an escalation of military spending, an escalation of tension, a rattling of sabers against a major superpower, and that it's putting our troops on the line, it's putting our domestic spending on the line, it's putting worldwide peace on the line, this effort that the Democratic Party is making to insist that it was Russia who revealed that the Democratic Party was cheating in its own primary, rather than the information coming from within the Democratic Party itself. And so there's a need to know that it concerns all of us, that the increase in military tension, military defense spending, hostile language towards Russia, upsetting of the peace process, it's a concern for those of us at home. Anything that happens overseas in a negative fashion, it harms us here at home. And so that's the importance of discovering the truth. And I hope the truth is discovered soon, and that we know for sure what happened. That if it was not Russia, then perhaps we need to throw certain people under the bus in order to save ourselves. And if it comes down to that, if our own health, our environment, our safety, our public drinking water, our public schools, our public lands, all of these have been sacrificed to military defense. And we can continue that by protecting the reputation of the Democratic Party and continuing to escalate tension against Russia. But if it's a false premise, and that we are sacrificing the children of the futures of our children for no good reason, then that needs to stop. And so one way to stop that is to find out the truth of who leaked the information that revealed that the Democratic Party basically cheated in the primary of 2016. Good luck.